Up next
on Your Pittsburgh, from Fargo to The Conjuring. Actor Patrick Wilson's on TV and in lots of movies, but do you know about his Pittsburgh connection?
I love it in Pittsburgh. I've loved it since I came here.
We'll reveal what keeps him coming back.
a new dining trend. Kim Gable explores local restaurants that have unique specialties.
More bacon.
More bacon.
Find out where bacon or PB&J or grilled cheese is the star of the show.
Pittsburgh is a hotbed for new hotels. Wait until you see what's opened up and what's about to.
I'm Sarah Arbogast, and the cool things we'll show you may make you want to take a weekend getaway right here in the Burgh.
Plus, you wanted to know about a very unusual street.
You'll always see people like this down on the ground.
It's made of something that surprises people. Find out why it's so special.
And a cool new place where you have 2 restaurants to choose from. David and I are eating it up.
Wow.
From KDKA-TV, this is Your Pittsburgh.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Your Pittsburgh. I'm David Highfield.
And I'm Susan Copen. We begin tonight with someone who's a movie star, a TV star, even a Broadway star, and he has a soft spot for the Burgh.
That's true. In fact, Patrick Wilson keeps coming back here, even though he's not from here. We caught up with him on his latest trip and discovered why he's attached to our city.
Maybe we'll go see if we can save the day.
Maybe you've seen Patrick Wilson in the latest season of the TV show Fargo. Maybe you remember him playing a doctor on CBS's A Gifted Man.
Anna, you have always been the one thing in life I don't understand.
Maybe you've seen him in the supernatural horror film The Conjuring.
We're headed down into the cellar where the doors just opened on its own. What I would do is come on with it undone.
But you've never seen Patrick Wilson like this, because he's never done this before.
They need to be tighter around their heads, right?
Directing students at his alma mater, Carnegie Mellon, in the drama school's production of The Full Monty.
There you go.
Look who's getting cold feet.
It makes sense, since Patrick was nominated for a Tony Award for his role in the show on Broadway, the story of unemployed steelworkers who earn some money by stripping naked.
Let it go, let it go. Loosen up, yeah, let it go.
Hit their hands, clap their hands.
And returning for the Carnegie Mellon production brings him back to one of his favorite places.
I love it in Pittsburgh. I've loved it since I came here.
Patrick grew up in Florida, the youngest of 3 boys. That's him in the middle as they visited a TV station. You see, his dad was a news anchor who recently retired, his mom a singing teacher. And back when he was accepted at Carnegie Mellon, Pittsburgh's reputation wasn't what it is today.
You're constantly sort of defending the city of saying, I'm going to Pittsburgh. Oh, really, Pittsburgh? Like, no, it's awesome. You got to come visit.
Gary Klein is one of Patrick's former teachers.
Patrick had a gorgeous voice, beautiful personality, and generous and kind. And that has not changed to this day.
It was also at CMU where Patrick first met the woman who would later become his wife, actress and author Dagmara Dimension. After graduation, he went on to Broadway.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
His second Tony nomination came for his role in Oklahoma, here singing on David Letterman. He was nominated for an Emmy for HBO's Angels in America.
Does it make any difference that I might be one thing deep within?
Since then, he's done a wide variety of films. In the comedy Morning Glory, he got to hang out with a childhood idol, Harrison Ford.
He was like, "Do you want some scotch?" And I was like, sure, I have to work, but can't say no to Han Solo. Absolutely, let's have some scotch at noon. So it was pretty great.
From playing Night Owl in the movie Watchmen, to a Western with Kurt Russell, to a Gap commercial with Claire Danes, it's hard to know where Patrick will show up. But CMU is a good bet. He enjoys sharing what he's learned with students, occasionally teaching a class. He even spoke at commencement, urging graduates to live in the moment.
Don't worry about what will happen. Concentrate on what is happening.
Oh, and one final thing. While directing The Full Monty, he also gave the students a bit of Pittsburgh culinary advice, introducing them to Napoli's in Squirrel Hill.
I said, "You guys get anything from Napoli?" They were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "What? Napoli pizza with this really small." I said, "Do they still have the small pepperoni?" So I ordered like 10 pies from Napoli's. A little taste of home.
And notice he said a little taste of home. So clearly he sort of used Pittsburgh as sort of a home for him. But his actual home is in New Jersey, where he lives with Dagmara and their 2 boys.
And by the way, the full Monty was a big hit at CMU, and you can see Patrick on the big screen this June when The Conjuring 2 comes out. Okay, in recent years, Pittsburgh has become known as quite the place for foodies.
Absolutely. Our restaurant scene has gotten national attention from magazines and websites, and there's something new going on.
All right, here's what it is. They call it single-item restaurants. They pick one thing, and they do it really well. In some cases, it's really all they serve. Kim Gable checks it out.
David and Susan, we are going to start with a place that's for kids and kids at heart. Remember those yummy peanut butter jelly sandwiches from your childhood? Well, this place puts a modern twist on the PB&J. We're in Bloomfield today. Come along with us because it's peanut butter jelly time.
Right in the heart of Bloomfield's eclectic business district, Peanut Butter Jelly Time infuses some whimsy and creativity into that classic kitchen staple. Owner Laura Furman's childhood creations with her big brother inspired this delightful eatery.
The 2 of us would go crazy with toppings and all kind of crazy stuff on the PBJ.
From the bread to the butter to the jam, nearly everything is locally sourced. Clever concoctions include the Fluff-A-Nut, Cookie Dough Delight, and the diner's most popular pick.
Classic Elvis sandwich with peanut butter, bananas, honey. Give them the option to add bacon, very important.
I broke out the chopsticks for the sushi rolls and got the lowdown from Steve, a PB&J regular.
I'm not gonna make myself a peanut butter jelly sandwich even though I like them, so I come here.
Another dining destination that embraces that concept is The Yard, with locations in Market Square and here in Shadyside. Everyone's eaten a grilled cheese, right? Well, not one quite like this.
Nothing says comfort like a grilled cheese sandwich. So when we build the grilled cheese, we just want it to be custom. We want to have fun with it.
The culinary visionary in this kitchen is Chef Chris Gilbert.
I love seeing the people's face when they take that bite of a grilled cheese, pull it away, and it is just dripping everywhere. It's delicious.
The sandwich names are as intriguing as the ingredients. We watched Chris whip up the Smack Yo Mama with barbecue chicken and the Mac Attack. Yep, a mountain of mac and cheese between buttery slices of bread.
You definitely can't eat it with your hands. It's a lot to handle.
Next, our taste buds take a trip to Carnegie, where Chef Randy Tozzi and partner Susan McMahon wanted a singular word for a one-of-a-kind eatery.
So bacon came to the top really quickly as a one-name word, and everyone's face would light up with it. So we're going with bacon.
That's B-A-K-N. Those succulent strips of pork have customers clamoring for a table.
There's candied bacon, peppered bacon, applewood bacon, all of it.
Randy goes through 1,000 pounds of bacon a month. One of the most popular sandwiches is piled high with a full pound of bacon.
And that is your BLT.
So has anyone ever said to you, Randy, that's just too much bacon?
They never have. Actually, it was the inverse. I've had a couple guys say, you need like a death by bacon sandwich.
More bacon.
More bacon.
And to wash it all down, how about a drink that's also to die for?
Bacon-infused martini.
For your Pittsburgh, I'm Kim Gable.
Oh, the bacon.
Bacon.
I want to eat at each one of those places. Thanks a lot, Kim.
And we have links to all the restaurants at KDKA.com.
Still to come, speaking of restaurants, Susan and I visit 2 new ones that are under one roof.
Oh, wow. Isn't that good? Pittsburgh's cool new hotels make you want to plan a staycation. Sarah Arbogast takes us on a tour, including a very impressive suite.
There's probably been at least 24 A-list celebrities that have been in this room that we're in right now.
And right after the break, there's something unusual about this local street, and people here never want it to go away.
Absolutely not. That would be tragic.
Find out what makes it so special. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Your Pittsburgh, nominated this year for 2 Mid-Atlantic Emmy Awards.
Welcome back. Time now for the story you voted for. We call this segment You Wanted to Know.
Last time we asked, do you want to know about the only street in Pittsburgh that's actually made of wood? Yes, wood.
Or do you want to know the story behind a Pittsburgh landmark, the iconic tower on the Carnegie Mellon campus?
Well, with 69% of the vote, the wooden street is the winner. Your wish is our command, so we followed the wooden brick road. If you live on Roslyn Place in Shadyside, you get used to an occasional sightseer.
You'll always see people like this down on the ground looking at the bricks and like trying to figure out about it.
The reason is the bricks aren't bricks. Look closely. They're actually wooden blocks. 26,000 blocks of wood.
We get a lot of looky-loos, so yeah. But which is nice though, and people ask questions, they'll walk down the street and we'll give them a little history.
The history begins with Thomas Rodd, an engineer who lived in this home, and in 1914 decided to create a small street on his property with 18 houses.
What made it unusual is the paving of the street was wood block, something very popular at the beginning of the 20th century in Britain.
At one point, wood streets helped quiet the sound of horse-drawn carriages, but why Rodd chose it is a bit of a mystery.
It's quite possible that he said, well, I can get a very high quality pavement for very little money.
What size you got, Carl?
Amazingly, the street held up until it had to be replaced in 1985, as you see in this vintage KDKA story with Bill Flanagan.
To get an idea of the toll time takes on a wooden street, all you have to do is compare one of the new blocks to one of the old ones. After 71 years, they shrink.
One of the men hard at work back then was Augie Cardillo. This is Augie today. He says out of all his assignments over the years, this street stood out.
I didn't know what to think. We just got on it and started working, that was it.
Recently, people on Roslyn Place celebrated the street's 100th anniversary. It even has an historical marker. And as for its future, it's due for a little love this year from Public Works.
We got some wooden potholes and we got to take care of those.
While it takes effort to buy oak and cut it into blocks for the repairs, fear not, Roslyn Place lovers. There's no plan to pave this over.
I liken it to the cobble. I think the cobble streets have such character around our city. We've covered too many of them up.
You think it's safe?
I think it's safe for a long time.
There are still sections of wooden streets in both Philadelphia and Cleveland, but Roslyn Place is often listed as the only street in the U.S. still completely made of wooden blocks. And if you want to check it out, it's right off Ellsworth.
I checked it out once with my kids. They were very impressed. All right, coming up on the next Your Pittsburgh, we're checking out what's up there. What's on top of Pitt's iconic Cathedral of Learning? Turns out the cathedral has some secrets, and we're going to reveal them. That's next time on Your Pittsburgh.
Still to come on this show, Pittsburgh's becoming a hotbed for new hotels. We're getting a tour of some of the coolest.
The crown jewel is really the bathroom.
Plus, we'll take you to the local place making unique jewelry being sold all over the world.
And a little later, Susan and I check out 2 new restaurants and discover a dish that has quite an effect.
This left Susan Copen speechless. That's very difficult to do.
Stay with us.
You're watching Your Pittsburgh on KDKA-TV.
Do you realize Pittsburgh has become a hotbed for new hotels? We've been ranked as one of the fastest growing areas in the nation when it comes to hotel construction.
Yeah, and that means some pretty cool new hotels have opened up and more are in the works. Sarah Arbogast joins us now with this, and once we see some of these places, we might even want to plan a staycation.
You just might. Some of these rooms are incredible. Some of the new hotels are chains you're already familiar with, but others are brand new to our area. And I got to take a tour of some of them, and they have some pretty fabulous rooms.
Welcome to Hotel Indigo, right in the heart of East Liberty.
As you come in, you definitely get that nod to Pittsburgh.
A U.S. steel beam sits above the front desk of the new boutique hotel. The employees wear uniforms designed by Kia Tomlin, wife of Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin. The 135 unique rooms are movie-themed.
In the early 1900s, this area of East Liberty was the hot spot for live entertainment.
The swanky Governor's Suite with great views and plenty of space starts at $329 a night.
The crown jewel is really the bathroom.
There's a huge shower with a bench and a separate tub. The average guest room runs as low as $129. Add in the fact the place is extremely pet-friendly and it's a perfect getaway.
We love this hotel and we really enjoyed it, so we stayed another night, and Pittsburgh is a wonderful city.
Just blocks away from the Indigo, there's another new hotel. The trendy Ace hotel chain has opened up in the old East Liberty YMCA. Downtown, it was 2 years ago when Kimpton Hotels entered the Pittsburgh market with its stylish Hotel Monaco. The former Salvation Army building downtown is set to become a district hotel. The only other one is in Manhattan. There are also plans for a hotel on 2 floors of the old Macy's building, as well as a hotel in the former Federal Reserve building. Then there's Holly Brubach's plan to bring this landmark building back to life. A former style editor at the New York Times, she's returned to the Burg and wants to open an independently owned boutique hotel in the historic Granite Building. Here's a glimpse of what she has planned.
A lot of my friends were coming to visit me. I realized there wasn't a hotel here like the ones where I've stayed and loved when I travel.
It was nearly 7 years ago when people took notice of Pittsburgh getting a prestigious Fairmont Hotel downtown.
And when we came, we fell in love with the city, and the response has been tremendous.
Oh, now we're friends. Edie, the hotel's adorable ambassador, greets guests. But even in the lobby, it's all about luxury at the Fairmont. Rooms start at $279. But this is one of the most spectacular, the 1,100 square foot grand luxury suite on the 22nd floor.
There's probably been at least 24 A-list celebrities that have been in this room that we're in right now.
There's actually a butler's pantry, and with floor-to-ceiling windows, the views of PNC Park and downtown are incredible.
If you asked me if we could move our hotel 1 foot in the city to be anywhere, I wouldn't move it 1 foot.
The price tag, $3,500 a night.
And there are many more new hotels. Visit Pittsburgh says we've added 4,400 hotel rooms since 2006. There's even a hotel planned for the Rivers Casino.
That $3,500 a night one at the Fairmont, holy cow.
Yeah, the room is spectacular. So much room. It's like a little apartment there.
Wow. So why so many hotel rooms in Pittsburgh?
The experts say it's a combination of things between business, tourism, a lot of our universities attracting more students, conventions, and of course we can hold even bigger events the more hotel rooms we have.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Thanks so much.
Okay. A new metals business in a town with a steel-making tradition, a tropical getaway right here in the Burg, and a woman who reinvented herself with cupcakes.
That's just some of what's happening as we check out what's new in the Burg.
McCandless Crossing's now home to the first Gigi's Cupcakes in Pennsylvania. Gigi Butler moved to Nashville to become a singer, but wound up starting a chain of cupcake shops instead. Chocolate chip cookie dough's the best seller at the McCandless store.
The popular pizza shop Slice on Broadway is expanding. In addition to its Beachview and Carnegie locations, you'll be able to get a slice at its newest spot right next to Atria's at PNC Park.
The Hidden Harbor Tiki Bar makes you feel like you're getting away to an island paradise. The guys behind the Independent Brewing Company in Squirrel Hill opened the Tiki Bar right next door to serve tropical drinks with a modern twist.
A major apartment complex will open where the old health department building used to be in Oakland. Skyview Apartments promises hardwood floors, granite countertops, a list of amenities, and fabulous views.
Google's making sure people near its Pittsburgh headquarters have internet access. It's paying for public Wi-Fi to be installed in parts of Larimer and East Liberty as part of the company's mission of digital inclusion.
Finally, Studebaker Metals is forging a future in Braddock. A husband and wife started the company in their home, but now they've expanded to a storefront for their unique jewelry and a studio in the back where the pieces are created.
We sell a lot of cuff bracelets. That's our most popular item. Everything is totally handmade, and we do it with hand tools, so each piece is going to be a little different than the last.
They sell their pieces as far away as Japan and Europe, but you can also buy them online.
We have more info at KDKA.com/yourpittsburgh. Still to come, it's time to eat. David and I check out a place with 2 restaurants in one.
Yeah, you can eat upstairs or downstairs. Of course, we had to sample both because we love a challenge. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Jackie Evanko.
I'm Billy Porter.
Hi, I'm Brett Michaels.
I'm Cam Hayward.
Hi, I'm Magician Mike Super.
Hi, this is Billy Gardell.
Here we go, Max! From Pittsburghers who have made it big to the questions about our region you want answered. Contact us on Facebook or Twitter. We want to know what you want to see. After all, our show is called
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh. Your Pittsburgh. Welcome back, everyone. This is when we visit a cool new restaurant, and tonight we have a double header.
Yeah, it's 2 restaurants in one upstairs, one downstairs in a brand new building downtown, and we had a tough time deciding which one we liked better.
Walking down Forbes Avenue, Revel and Roost draws you in. Downstairs is Revel. Upstairs, a whole other place called Roost.
Revel stands for having a good time, right? First floor is more energy, more excitement. The second story is more fine dining, more romantic. Roost, the place to relax.
David and I begin downstairs where there's a cool bar and open kitchen. The food is described as New American with a Southern twist. We order plates to share, fried quail and waffles, barbecue beef brisket, pizza, and their signature Revel burger.
Now that is a burger.
It's actually stuffed with short ribs and bacon. And it's so tall, that first bite can be tricky. David plunges forward and it's delicious.
It's a little messy, but it's worth the mess. It's really good. Thank you. Thank you.
We also discover some surprises like these wonderful pickled veggies.
Best carrot I've ever had in my life.
Okay, time to move upstairs for our main course. Roost is a sophisticated space with food to match. David gets the generously sized pork chop and butternut squash dumplings for me.
This left Susan Copen speechless. That's very difficult to do.
We top the meal off with dessert, donuts with a maple espresso glaze.
Delicious. Boy, that was good.
So good. Again, it's called Revel and Roost, right off of Market Square, and we have more information at KDKA.com/YourPittsburgh.
Now, if you want even more Your Pittsburgh, we invite you to join us on Facebook right after this show.
Yeah, in about a minute from now, we'll be talking live about tonight's program. Just go to the Your Pittsburgh Facebook page, like us, and watch.
You can even chime in with questions about the stories we've done tonight. That's coming up next on the Your Pittsburgh Facebook page, so we hope you join us. And that's going to do it for this episode of Your Pittsburgh. From all of us here, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Great show, everybody. Stand by to fade to black, and fade to black.